for entertainment purposes only. Anyway, Corey Thompson.
Wow, that was enthusiastic.
I know. Here, take the camera.
I'm not going to be your camera dude.
Be my camera guy. How are y'all doing? My name's Corey Thompson. I didn't get a clicker. I don't know if I have a slideshow. Do I have a slideshow?
Did you bring one?
I sent one.
Let's see if it's on there. Yep.
I do have one. Okay, so first thing I want to say is fuck your excuses. 3 years ago, about this time, I bought my first house in real estate. I didn't know what a CMA was. I didn't know what real estate investing was. I didn't know what ROI was. I didn't know anything. The only thing I knew is I was a laid off roughneck. I had a 1.5-year-old daughter, and she was going to need to eat at some point. So I went to a meetup just like this. I walked out onto the sidewalk. I asked my business partner, are we going to do this or not? We made 3 offers on 3 houses the next week. I found 2 of those houses at an auction that another investor passed up on. I walked into one. They had some dead cats in it, but other than that, somebody could move in immediately. So what I did was I paid $12,000 for it, put a $10,000 rehab. This was my money. I had Texas oil money at that time. I was a roughneck. So that's what my page is, Roughneck to Real Estate, for those of y'all that don't know. Anyways, bought it. A guy from Whataburger, a woman from HEB, rolled up one day while we were remodeling it and said, hey, would you want to finance this? I said, yeah, maybe. I don't know how much money down you got. $25,000. We were going to have 22 in it, 25 down. We were hoping to sell it for 60. We sold it to them for 47. That $216 a month is the reason why you got a fat man sitting in front of you and not a skinny man. My daughter is equally fat. So, for those of y'all that don't know where Donnie, Texas is, y'all can Google that later. I bought this house in 32 acres for $55,000.
Wow.
Paid cash for it. Again, I had Texas oil money. So, I was rolling with my own wallet at that point in time. This deal right here was... anyways, I'm going to go through it. This is who we are. This is all that stuff. Here's the Donnie property. If I can figure this out, I'll get a pointer going. What you see here is 32 acres. Right here. This is the outline. We bought this property. We called a surveyor. This is our rehab, by the way. He drew a line there, 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 there. And then we cut it out on our finance. $55,000. We borrowed $125,000 from the bank. It had $180,000 appraisal value. We turned around and sold. We sold this piece right here for $75,000 on our finance. We sold that piece right there for $140,000 on our finance. We sold all of this right here because when the neighbors realized trailer houses were coming, they said, "Fuck that shit," and they paid us $38,000 cash for that. Now the bank did not make us pay them a dime off for that. So on this deal right here, maybe I'll get to the next one. The ARV was $180,000. That's what it was worth the day we bought it. Sales price $140, 75, 38. I got the price point at $150 because that's established a loan. Anyways, we won't go into that. We didn't use hard money. We didn't do any rehab. We didn't pull any equity because we didn't know how to do that at that point in time. We got a $10,000 down payment, a $10,000 down payment, $38,000. That's $58,000 in our pocket and $1,000 a month cash flow as some rank-ass rookies. Okay? We didn't know what we were doing. We had no idea what we were doing. It took us 1 weekend to sell this shit. One. In a town of 600 people. We put out bandit signs that were in the most broken Spanish you could ever imagine. I have no idea what they said. I still don't. We put our personal cell phone numbers on it, and the phone melted, and we had 2 contracts, and then the neighbors walked up and were like, "Why do you got this in 4 pieces?" Well, because Jose and them were going to bring some trailer houses in here and live the American dream. And he said, "Nope, not today." So I did this math. Look, I'm a laid off roughneck. I learned one math problem my entire life. Percent times whole equals part. The rest of it's all oil field language. I can figure bottoms up and other bullshit. But one percentage problem I've been able to manipulate into a vast fortune for some people. We will do $1 million in equity pool. We will borrow $1 million out of our portfolio over the course of the summer. 3 years after starting, with no real estate investing education. Okay? Somebody said they aren't a motivator. I am a motivator. I'm that broke motherfucker that needed a job. I did this to feed my family. All I did was start taking action. I didn't go get education. I didn't do anything. I just started at the first place I knew they sold real estate, which was on Texas Tuesday. And that was it. I was on my way. I'm 5 minutes in. I'm going to do good. So, if you look at this all the way and see the deal through. Oops, wrong button. We turned a $55,000 purchase into $600,000 if everybody pays the term. As fucking rookies. Like, I'm telling you, everybody wants to do it, right? Everybody wants to flip a house. Everybody wants to sell a contract. Everybody wants to do it. It just takes a little bit of work. All I've done for the last 2.5 years is put out bandit signs every Friday and Saturday night. I haven't been to the bar, I ain't been to the club. I ain't been able to afford to. I've got a 4-year-old daughter now. She actually was with me earlier today. If I'd known she was going to be here, she'd be running around right here, right now. She goes with me. She's been with me on over 500 house appointments. I walked her into some shit. The other day I did a live negotiation with a seller with the phone in my pocket, negotiating with a seller in my Facebook group, Roughnecks Real Estate. And when we're leaving, she's like, Dad, I got fleas. We're on the internet, baby. We'll give you a flea bath when we get home. Calm your shit. Like, we don't need CPS involved in this. So, I would never want to look my daughter in the eye 10 years down the road and say, well, baby, I would have done good, but I couldn't afford a babysitter when we got started. So I sat on my ass and we went broke, and then I went overseas and got my head cut off. I don't want that to be my story. So I loaded her up when she was 1, and we started going out and driving for dollars. I didn't even know what driving for dollars was. I didn't know any of this stuff. I got on Propelio and learned how to do some tricks and went out and took action, and bang, 3 years later, I'm standing in front of y'all, cussing and yelling. With 3 seconds to go. So I want to thank y'all. Look, I hope y'all got some motivation out of this. I'll email this out to y'all at some point. 7 minutes is a long time for me in a lot of other ways, but not on talking. Anyways, later.